opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment. Would you capture it? Or just let it slip? Yo. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking how? Run out, time's up, over, loud.
Go. Hey. Break it. Ooh. Happy Wednesday.
Working it out.
She's the youngest of us all, so she kept going. Like, she showed her youth.
Yeah, we got tired after
like
1.5 seconds.
God, that's tiring.
Well, happy Wednesday, everybody. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Not Your Typical Girl Talk. There was a lot that we went through this week as we were planning this. So we're actually just going to go straight into our introductions.
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Carcia. Welcome to Not Your Typical Girl Talk. What a day I've had. You can obviously tell. I can't even remember the name of what show we're doing. And I want to thank everyone for joining us. Thank you to Radio Regent, syndicated through iHeartRadio, for allowing us a platform to talk about the foolishness that exists on these deep, dark internets. And we thank them for having us. Join us every Saturday. Check out our replays every Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Internet Radio. Radio Regent, syndicated through iHeartRadio. Telly, how are you, my friend?
Woo, girl. Yeah, a day it has been. And yo, girl, do not feel any way, Car. The foolishness that Kanye put down, everyone's brain is wondering what the flip. Hey, y'all, it's your girl, Telly. I'm so happy to be here with my Not Your Typical Girl Talk crew. There is so much foolishness to unpack. There is so much foolishness to unload. I'm not going to take up no more time. Shiva girl, tell these people who you is.
I am Tashiva. They call me Shiva. I'm the final female member of the Not Your Typical Girl Talk crew. And before we get into it, my partner in crime and in life forever is going to introduce himself.
Robbie, 3 times. What's going on, ladies? Good evening.
Hey.
Let's get it cracking.
So, if you remember this song, I love you, you love me, and I think if you've heard that part, you know the rest. Well, Barney, who was a childhood favorite of many, there is a new Netflix documentary coming out, and I'm going to show you the headline to introduce this documentary, and you cannot believe what has been happening to good old Barney. So it says, Barney documentary will expose the dark side behind the beloved childhood show, from drug rumors, death threats, and more, on October 12th. So there are people out here giving death threats to the actual person who played Barney. Let me read this for you.
Oh,
according to a new docu-series, I Love You, You Hate Me, the beloved children's show, which launched the acting careers of Demi Lovato and Selena Gomez, was the target of a lot of hate. The trailer for the 2-part series shows Bob West, a Barney performer, recalling death threats he received as the purple dinosaur. They were violent and explicit death and dismemberment of my family, he said. They were going to come and find me, and they were going to kill me. The show was created in 1992 by Cheryl Leach, Kathy Parker, and Dennis Descharzay. Barney stands for inclusion, acceptance. You should love everyone. We all have Cheryl Leach to thank for that, says a line in the trailer, which asks, why does the world love to hate? This is set to premiere October 12th on Peacock. I get you might hate the song because it was hella annoying, but to go as far as to find the actual person, come on.
That's a bit much. And it also makes you wonder, what would they do to, Big Bird? And, Oscar the Grouch? Were they getting death threats, too?
Yeah, I'm very curious, actually, to see this documentary because this goes really deep, death threats. I remember hearing that people were like, yeah, Barney's hiding drugs in his
Oh my god. And his tail?
Yeah, like crazy stuff like that, like little rumors. But I'm curious, like the underbelly of children's entertainment and education, right? Like, what were they up to with Big Bird? Like, and how did they even find the guy that was Barney? Because as we discussed, there was no social media in the time. So it's not like, you know, you could just go online and be like, who is Barney? Like, you literally would have had to, you know, break some laws or
break some fingers
to figure out who the Barney person was.
Let's go back to the fact that it said the series was created in 1992. We're in 2022. It was 30 years ago. I was 13 at this time. And therefore, I remember going to the reference library when you had to do research. And we had dial-up. And I don't even remember my dial-up internet until I was in high school, maybe 94, 95. So therefore, you really had to go and do a lot of things. And if people waited until the internet became popular to then start giving death threats, that's a whole nother story. Robbie, 3 times.
I just don't agree that you should love everybody. Some people suck.
I mean, that's true.
Also true.
Barney should teach the truth to the children. That there are some people that you're just not going to like. Otherwise, you're selling them a lie. Oh my gosh.
Barney is to blame for today's everybody's a winner culture.
Well, they say
me culture.
Take me as I am.
Well, maybe that's why people are mad at Barney, because they were just like, you can't love everybody, Barney. Damn it. And then
And my dad, like, I liked it better when it was winners and losers. Like, this include everybody. Like, so everybody gets to celebrate the Super Bowl?
no, there's only one winner.
Right? Only one winner?
Oh, no, but by that logic, the losing team should be right there in the parade with them. Like, we did it.
Sir, were you
Imagine
sending threats to Barney?
It's all Barney's fault.
all Barney.
Were they
Crazy dinosaur?
still Barney or the dude in the costume? Like, how they even know who the dude in the costume?
That's what we were
Like,
saying.
did they watch the whole show to the end to see the credits? To see Barney?
They wrote it down.
Whatever his name is.
That
Go to
actually
the yellow page, the white pages.
Yeah, go to the white
pages are reading through it, dialing 0. Yeah, I'm looking for a Patrick Brown. Yeah, give me the address. Yeah, I got it. Okay. And you hop into your car. It's not a Tesla because it's like the 1992.
No, you
so
gotta
it's
put
like
gas in it, girl.
It's like a Toyota.
No electric cars yet.
You're driving down the street. You pull up.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work, right?
Barney was.
That took a lot of commitments. So that's the difference is the credits and then stalking. That's probably right. You had to read the credits, get to the end, see who the performer was, and I would assume over all those years it wasn't just one performer. I'm gonna say Bob West.
So how many Bob West are in the
Bob West? A lot, I would assume.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a lot of Bob West.
So they went through
Listen, this is crazy. To be honest, I don't think I've ever watched an episode of Barney. I hated the song. It was hella annoying. Again, by the time it came out, I was 13.
Yeah,
so
we
it
were.
wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Didn't have that much child to watch it. It was just, I couldn't stand the I love you. It was annoying. So
Yeah.
I didn't.
And we were too old for it.
Yeah.
Then the whole stupid lamb chops play along. This is the song that doesn't end. I was tired of those stupid ass songs. So I mean, I understand the people for getting upset. I don't agree with the stalking, but I do agree with the whole turn that ish off.
Be quiet, Barney.
Be quiet, Barney. Your false talk about loving everybody.
There it is.
So, well, there's that. And so I will actually probably watch the documentary just because I'm curious and I'm nosy and I want to know what was going on in the life of Barney. Exactly. Naturally Fair said I was 10 and it was annoying for me. I agree. Like, that was just not my thing. It was just annoying. That's ridiculous. Like, it was a lot.
Yeah, no.
Like, crazy to me. But Barney, Bob West, glad you're alive and people didn't dismember you and your family.
Girl, you better keep one eye open still.
Truthfully, this might
trigger people's emotions.
Copycats, young copycats.
Yeah. You know, screw Barney and the Teletubbies. Like,
oh Lord.
Yo Gabba Gabba.
They were another one.
Was the children.
Teletubbies are weird.
Okay, so all right. So,
Look it up.
all right, we're done with that. Yo gabba gabba not. So who is in the not category for the smartest person? Is this person I'm about to reveal, because she decided to make a statement. Oh, let me just get to her. I'm almost tired of her, but her stupidity knows no bounds. Robbie, 3 times. Do you want to read that? Because I need you to digest that for a moment.
Young Miami causes Carisha Flea's confusion after revealing she wants to be the Black Oprah. Oh, I guess that's why they put her up there in that outfit too, just to show how Oprah-like she is.
I would like you to really take that in. Do you understand what she said? She wants to be the next what?
Black Oprah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's that bad. Like, that's why they were just like, let's just show that she wants to be the Black Oprah. So maybe that was shade at Oprah. That
No, it's because she's that stupid. It was not shade. So I'm going to tell you what she said. In a recent interview, and I want to tell you how far this went. CBS News and different news headlines are carrying this. And you got to understand, Oprah started her career on CBS.
Yes.
Okay? So here are the people that are now carrying this. But let's hear what Carisha had to say. People just loving to hear me talk, question mark. Whenever I talk or whoever I go on, whenever I talk or whenever I go on Instagram Live, it goes viral, she revealed. So one day I was talking with Diddy and he was like, yeah, you should do a podcast. It would be good for you. And that's how it came out. It was just a conversation of me just always going viral off the way I talk and the engagement that I used to get off Instagram Live. She went on to talk about a goal that she wants to accomplish with this podcast endeavor, which is what really got people talking. I want to take it to the next level. I want to be like, I think she has a podcast now, a person like Wendy Williams. I'm dreaming big. I want to go to the highest of the highest. I want to be the Black Oprah. I think that was the moment Oprah realized she wasn't Black. I think Oprah might have thought she was something else. And Carisha was the one who figured it out, y'all. Oprah all these years haven't been Black, and she's about to be the next Black girl.
She's accurate and people like to hear her speak because it's entertaining to see how she's going to butcher
the English language.
Exactly.
Right.
That's it.
Right. She's not like, it's not Oprah where Oprah comes out and interviews like Mother Teresa and Princess Di and the world like drops because Oprah's got thoughtful questions. She did her research. She sits down with T.D. Jakes and you feel the Holy Spirit come down because she's so wise. Like, Oprah is wise. That's why Oprah is Oprah.
Imagine Carisha interviewing T.D. Jakes.
Or
Meghan Markle.
No.
He would never. He would bring his holy water.
Or like Michelle Obama or something.
No.
Imagine, come on, Carisha.
No.
Oh, Carisha.
I'm going to give Oprah her props. We've been beefing since Color Purple. Like,
listen, I feel you, but for someone to go ahead and say something as stupid as that, you have to be dumb, deaf, and blind to realize that Oprah did she think Oprah was Asian, white, Latina? Like, there is no way. And then she actually doubled down when people tried to come. It was so stupid, I didn't even bother to look it up. But it was just ridiculous how she was doubling down, trying to like backtrack it. And whatever, girl, you said what you said, and it wasn't intelligent. And I don't know, again, why your country makes these idiot women seriously, like, famous. Like, seriously, like, we give all of these attention. Like, come on. This woman can't string a sentence together.
Yeah, and
she can't.
And the thing is, too, is that, Oprah, like, if I was Oprah, I'd be like, this,
right?
What are you talking about? Like, I was one of, like, constantly every day, Oprah, especially when back in the day, she was constantly reminded that she was Black. oh, I'm sorry, you can't have your own show, you're black. I'm sorry, you can't do this because you're black.
You
Oh,
can't
you're not
open
going to
up
get
in
any
the
ratings
store
because you're
because you're
black.
black.
Oh, you can't own no station because you're black. She went to Europe, they locked her out of the store because she was black. Like, so she's constantly reminded that she's black.
Oh yeah, she's black.
So,
but now you know what? Rob had a good point. I wonder if she did say that as like a backhand, because she's like the next black Oprah. Is she trying to think? Is she trying to say that Oprah isn't black enough to be?
That's disrespectful. Because
if this is the definition of a black woman, Carisha, then we should all. I now identify as white.
Like, why do I have to be like? And I going, we going to be together. We going like that's what it is to be black.
Because if that's the definition, I currently identify as of today. If Carisha, Young Miami, JT, all of those women are the definition of black, I now, as of today, October 5th, identify as a white woman.
Well, we're smart because
here's the thing, and I think sometimes, and Rob, love to hear your opinion, but sometimes I find that sometimes, and this is of no shade, but sometimes Black Americans get very tangled up in their own version of what blackness looks like, and they forget that there are Canadian black people that talk like this with this accent. There are British black people. There are German black people. There are black people like in Russia. Okay, we're everywhere. We are truly everywhere with different accents, different shades, different creeds. And I think that sometimes, honestly, maybe as a black woman, she's forgotten what is your definition of black? Because maybe her definition of black is like hood rich, or like our friend Naturally Fierce.
Maybe it's her environment. That's how she's.
So I don't know. I mean, what do you have to say about that, Rob? Because you are US res.
I've had a conversation similar to that, and again, I'm pretty sure I sound like the older people did when I was 20, 25, but black people, the standard used to be here, it's now down here, and I'm not sure exactly whose fault that is.
And that is...
I blame Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, no.
I blame Megan
Oh, no.
We're gonna move on.
Stripper rap.
No, I mean, I love you, Cardi B.
Stripper hip hop.
You know, between Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj, something went down. Something happened.
I enjoy Nicki. I enjoy Cardi.
Music,
I'm not that is of no diss to that genre of music at all. I'm just saying, Carisha.
Something's up. Carisha's taking it to a whole new level.
Yeah.
Well, good luck on her mission to be the next Black Oprah. You got it, girl. We will be tuning in to you.
Girl, you know we will not.
Her never at this point. And if she does get a nationally or internationally syndicated TV show, then the bar is in hell. It went from where Rob had it to hell. If this woman gets off of Revolt TV and gets a nationally syndicated on a white station, the bar is in hell. Now, here's the thing. Oprah was very good at having people tell her their business when sometimes they should have shut their mouth. Hey, Tom Cruise, and jumping on couches. Now, this young lady decided that she was going to write into my friend, Kendra G, okay, my friend, she's not my friend, and say this. And I would love Rob, as our male conscience in our segment, girl, please tell us what advice he would give to this young lady.
My husband cheated on me last year, and it really messed me up. Emotionally, I was in a low period of my life, mentally and physically. During that time period, I turned to an ex-boyfriend of mine. I know it wasn't right, but he actually did help me get through it. In the end, my husband and I decided to fight for our marriage, and we've been in counseling all this year. Now I have a new dilemma that I wasn't expecting. I learned I am pregnant. Because of the time period, I'm sure my child's father is by my ex-boyfriend and not my husband. In the 6 years of being married, my husband and I have not been able to conceive. He already has 2 kids, so I always thought I was the problem. I really want to have this baby, but I truly feel like my marriage will be over once my husband realizes he isn't the father.
God telling you y'all don't belong together.
Oh, no. Oh, what?
The phone.
Wow.
You see
Wow.
that?
Whoa.
You see that?
Whoa.
Shondo.
Whoa.
Shondo.
That is a spiritual disruption.
Right? That's
there.
the Lord agreeing. You see how the two connected? Shondo.
Seriously, let that man go. Because that don't even make no sense. He got 2 other kids. Y'all been trying to conceive. It wasn't happening. You get back with your ex for a short period of time and you get pregnant, and now you expect your husband to wear that burden? Like, let him go. Let him go.
Let him go. Let him go.
Yes.
I was trying to tell you that you two are not compatible.
And she made it clear that she doesn't want to let go of the baby, right? Like
Yep,
she said,
she made that clear.
I'm not having an abortion. I'm not giving away my baby.
Right.
I'm going to raise this child, and I'm going to expect, it sounds like in her mind, I'm going to expect my husband to raise this child right alongside me.
Here's the problematic thing about these situations that I think women do not understand from a man's perspective, and they don't really want to keep it real about. If the ex applied pressure to keep you, would you have been fighting for your marriage?
Ooh.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you.
Okay.
There's that.
I mean, that's just
facts.
I mean, that's true. Yeah.
Facts.
And I think most men look at it and like, you're only back with me because it ain't work out with him.
Oh, no, there's that.
Well,
Dropping the mic on y'all asses.
well.
Dropping the mic on your asses.
Yeah, and I fully agree with that.
100%.
I believe that this woman who wrote into the show, what she should do is, listen, girl, be honest.
Well, please.
Tell this man, look, you know, I had an affair, you know, I'm pregnant. I don't know who this baby belongs to. We can go and look about getting a test as soon as possible to find out who the father is, but I am not holding you to, you know, I'm not going to say you need to stay. I'm not going to step out and be like, you need to stay with me, because obviously at this point, this relationship is broken in so many pieces. There are too many pieces to mend it. You can have, you know, if you break a vase and it only broke in one place, yeah, you could get some crazy glue. But after something is broken into a dozen pieces, it's like, girl, throw that thing in the garbage.
It's shattered.
And this is shattered, and it's really all her fault. So,
yeah, I hope she tells him the
and
truth. Don't let him think that it's his. Come on, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah, don't try that.
Don't do that, please.
You already said you're pretty sure it ain't his.
Right.
So don't even lead with, I'm pregnant and it's most likely not yours.
Right.
Exactly.
That'll put him in the proper framework.
Exactly.
So you really view the situation as it is. That the child that you're carrying most likely ain't mine. So why should I have even any type of emotional attachment to that?
Right.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, ladies. Tit for tat never works in our favors because we get pregnant. That's the problem. And here's another thing. I get being cheated on would suck. It would be terrible for me to be cheated on by Rob and then have to deal with the repercussions of what he's done to our marriage, to our situation. But here is the other side of that. If I know that emotionally, mentally, physically, I'm not done with him, I just need to take a moment. My vagina should not be loaned out to other men while I'm taking a moment to figure out what's going on with my marriage. Not a relationship, marriage.
Right.
So
exactly.
Again, he hurt you, so your healing process was going to go out and go and sleep with someone else, come back to your husband, try to work it out, end up pregnant, and now you're just gonna be like, well, babe, I guess this is where we're at. I the same go for men. Like, if something happens in a relationship, why is the next step that you're gonna go give yourself to someone else? What about the healing portion? Right. And she went to an ex. So like Rob said, you went to an ex. You didn't meet a random stranger. You and your girls were out doing the independent woman thing. You went back to an ex. So something already tells me that you're tied somehow to that ex. And like Rob said, if that ex really wanted you, you would be with the ex and not your.
Exactly.
Yep. And
exactly.
So enjoy single motherhood. I think that's what she needs to go back to the ex, tell the ex she's pregnant, and see if they can work it out.
See if they can work it out,
ex's
yeah.
baby, it wasn't a one-night stand. It's not a stranger. You go back to that ex. You say to that ex, I am pregnant. It is very likely going to damage my marriage. What do you want to do with this situation? Because I want to keep this baby. Go back to the husband, tell the husband about what's happening, sever the relationship, and go on. Because I'm sorry, trying to get back from a situation where you bring another man's baby, men are not the same.
No,
they're not.
That's
They're
not
just
gonna work.
they're not trying to marry. They're not trying to raise another man's child genetically. Being a step parent and knowing that child isn't yours, but thinking a child is yours and then raising it and finding out it's not. Men are not built the same way. Ladies, they're not. Good luck, girl.
And you know what? Just a message for women to remind them. I know that, you know, Steve Harvey came out here and said, you know, think like a man and do whatever. But I'm telling you, and as much as there are some pieces of that whole thing that are like, yeah, cool, but you are not a man.
No.
We are tied to our emotions. We're feminine beings. We're tied to our emotions. We can't just go out and like just sleep with guys to heal our broken hearts. That doesn't work for women.
No.
Because women are not men.
Facts.
Drops mic. And with that, thank you, ladies, because that's what the ladies needed to hear. We are going to go into our first segment of 3 minutes with my other half, Robbie, 3 times. And we're going to start with the I love you and they hated him. And Barney.
Yeah, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on Barney because I don't care. Like, we talked about
he was a false prophet.
False prophet, false narrative. Like I said, I'm more of a yo gabba gabba. Rest in peace to Biggs Margie. Yeah, man. I don't, like they said, it was great for Demi Lovato and Selena Gomez. I don't recall a bunch of little black kids running around on Barney's show. Sorry.
Well, there's that.
Oh, what?
Look, Young Miami is fastly catching up to Brittany Renner as our most talked about, and we have to be appreciative of her for that. I think it's fairly accepted, even by Diddy himself, that Carisha don't know what the hell she's talking about. So just let her, you know what I mean? Like, just City Girls swear they winning. City Girls down by like 50, man. Because of like the next story we're about to talk about. Yeah, no, Carisha.
We'll play this lady here.
Yeah, because this is where City Girls tend to find themselves. Hence me saying City Girls cannot beat City Boys, and because y'all get pregnant. Sorry. And now you have to try to explain your ex, who's probably your ex for a reason, or it took you a couple of weeks of dealing back with each other to realize why y'all were exes, and now you're pregnant. And now you're more inclined to fight for my marriage because there's a baby on the way. And I just think that's very disingenuous. But unfortunately, in my opinion, that's the way most women tend to handle it. They're going to pitch it like, if at best, she's going to pitch it like it's a 50-50 split. It could be yours, it could be his. She like 6 months pregnant already. You know what I mean? Like, come on with that, you know? And I just think that she should do the right thing.
Yes.
Give the man an honest assessment of the situation. If he's any type of man, he'll figure it out for himself. And like she said at the top of the thing, I know it was wrong. Like, all of that, like, yo, fellas, man, stop rewarding bad behavior and punishing good behavior. When men start doing a better job at that, Carisha and this woman and the City Girls will just be down by 200, and we can maybe get away from some of this dumb stuff.
And there's that. And with that, Garcia, talk to the people.
Yes. Welcome to Not Your Typical Girl Talk, where we try to make sense of the foolishness on these internets. Yes, you can catch our replays Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Radio Regent, syndicated through iHeartRadio. Yes, we are on internet radio, so check us out there on the weekends. And of course, we're here every Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where we record all of this stuff live. So catch us for some good laughs. We always have a good time. So on to the next story.
On to the next one.
Hey.
I'm first to say that I spend a lot of time on the show talking about the foolishness in American culture. And for once, we're going to talk about the foolishness in my own culture. There is a video that I must show you. For those who do not know, Vybz Kartel is a very famous reggae artist, and there is some recent news. Okay, there are two videos, and I'm gonna start with the most controversial one, and then I'm going to go into the other one. And oh, good God, I'll go here first.
The couple confirmed to us they got engaged during the summer of 2022 during an authorized prison visit. Until now.
Did he actually propose to you? Did he have a song to propose to you? I mean, can you share some of that with us?
We were just calling each other hubby and wifey, and he was just like, we're heading towards marriage, so calling you wifey or you calling me hubby is not serious enough. So he was like, you're my fiance, we're going to get married.
Okay, I'm just going to read the headline. Incarcerated Jamaican dancehall icon Vybz Kartel gets engaged and social media loses it. So this is the other video that I'm going to play, and then I'm going to read you this article.
And is focused on the future and a fresh start. But will he get the chance? International superstar Vybz Kartel, from Jamaica to the UK, from Africa to the United States and beyond, are watching closely what happens next to the imprisoned entertainer. By the end of 2022, he's likely to learn whether he will be a free man or spend the rest of his life in prison. Just last year, I spoke with Vybz Kartel in this exclusive jailhouse interview. You say you're in a better place mentally than physically. A lot of people would find that hard to believe.
Yeah, because I was sick for a few years, so definitely I'm recovering physically, but mentally I've always been in a good place because I know I'm innocent and I know I'm coming out.
Let me just say, let me just say this. Ladies, I get it. But seriously, there are more men than women in this world. This man is not getting out of prison. Despite what that is said to you by the end of 2022, he has been sentenced to life. They then reduced it to maybe 34 years that he can have be up for parole. That is in 2049, okay? 2049 is when they're saying, and this woman, let me just read this. Let me tell you about the foolishness, okay? So her name is Sidem Ortez. They began speaking in 2015 and met for the first time during a jailhouse visit in 2019. She worked as a social worker in London, as you can hear her accent. I think she grew up in the UK, but she's Turkish, before moving to Kingston, Jamaica, to be close to her future hubby. She says being married to Kartel is a dream come true. When asked about the difficulties being married to an incarcerated person, she said, obviously, I can't see him every time I want to see him, or I can't talk to him every time I want to talk to him. But when you know what you want and you know what your heart is at, it's not that difficult. So I'm willing to wait. She also added, it's not perfect, but we're going to make the most out of what we can. They're saying he's likely to find out if he's a free man in 2022. No, he's not. So what's going to happen is they're sending it, because if you do not know, Jamaica is actually still ruled by Britain. And so they're taking it to the High Privy Court in the UK, who's supposed to somehow tell him something that the Jamaican court hasn't told him, which is, sir, you're guilty. You've murdered these people. You're staying in prison forever. Girl, I'm sorry. I had to say it. Like,
I'm sorry. I just want to know, when she said, you know, her heart, when the heart wants what it wants. So her heart wants a jailbird?
Yeah.
Like, does she wake up that morning and say, yes, I'm
Honestly.
jailbird material.
Yeah.
Look at this body. Yes, I'm here for that man that's gone to prison for murder. Murder my body. Yes.
Oh, no.
Woke up that morning and said, like, I'm just curious, how did this come together, yo?
Also,
What the flip?
Also, it's just like, girl,
puzzling.
where is your family? Where's your mother?
Someone
like,
come and collect this
someone
woman.
needs to get an intervention together. Her people from Turkey and England need to fly down to Kingston and be like,
Pick her up.
sis,
Pick her up.
what is going on, girl? Like, this man is going, like, at the least, he's going to be in prison for the next 30 years. Like, and he will probably, like, he's going to die in prison.
The
so
heart wants what the heart wants.
what are we doing? Like, girl, what are we doing?
I'm all about moving to be with your man. I did it. But do you understand I can touch and feel it?
Yeah, but he's free.
Robert, a free man. Robert's not free.
Yeah, he is available to you. When
Rob can be, you can see Rob anytime you want to.
He's right there.
Because he's free. And where this woman's husband is in prison for life.
Maybe it's a thing where she's
He worked
more
bonus on
about the celebrity. And I know this is weird, but some women are like this.
He worked
you know what I
bonus
mean?
on her.
The fame and regardless of where he is in prison, she doesn't care because it's like, I'm going to be with a dance hall artist. Like,
And be his
there's
wife.
something weird going on
He
here.
wants to be, because he was calling me wifey. Girl.
Yeah, this is like a bad episode of 90 Day Fiancé to me.
Yeah, this is
like,
90 Day
this is
Fiancé
like the advanced version.
This is sad as hell.
Please say
This
something,
woman has
because I
been,
make fun of your
they
people
put
all the
bongas
time.
on her.
Your
They put
chair.
obia on this woman. She is obianized. She is obianized.
Organized.
Obianized. They put something in her stewed chicken and messed her up. The oxtail wasn't the same oxtail that she should have been served.
He is the king of dancehall. Okay. When they get married, her name will be C-Dem Cartel. Okay. And he is coming home in 2022 because he didn't do it. Okay. So I don't really understand all the fuss is about. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened necessarily in his murder case, but
Any murder cases.
you know how us Americans are with us free them t-shirts. Free vibes.
them I cannot.
Because he needs to come home to his
Yeah.
wifey
Or music.
and be married to his wifey.
See them cartel, yes.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
That's what you got for us.
That's fine. You got it.
Listen, she's securing the bag. She's like, look, if he dies in prison, then I'll start collecting some royalties from his music, girl. That's why she's in Kingston.
You don't understand how many Vibes Cartel posters she had in her room when she was in high school.
Back in Turkey.
Back in Turkey and in England. Look, she wants this
in
man.
England, I'm
So
sure
who
she
are we-
did, but you know.
Who are we to say what the heart wants? Her heart wanted this man.
The only thing I can say is I'm glad Vibes Cartel is black again. Because he wasn't for a while. He was bleaching his skin. He was yellow. And so
Yeah, he's just not doing it. He's in prison. Like, that's the reason why he's
He only stopped because he can't get his painting.
hands on the stuff.
He thought that he should look like Yellow Man.
So now he's back to looking black.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Yes, he was bleaching his
I don't
skin.
know what was going on, but yeah.
No, if I will tell you, he was bleaching his skin with bleaching cream.
Depends on the period. He looks a bit different.
And I'm glad he's black again.
As soon as he comes out, though, in
I thought,
2022,
Yeah,
he's
when
going to
he's
go back to being yellow again.
yeah, when he's free and he's walking down the aisle,
He's a free man.
he'll be yellow for that.
Facts.
I do remember thinking he was more than one person for a while.
Yes, because again, he was black and then he was yellow.
A little confusing to a high school kid.
Right? Black and then he was yellow. But now he's black again. And that is the only good thing.
I thought Life Cartel was a group.
No. Let's make him black again.
That's all I got, right? Like, he is black again. And
freedom.
That's exactly. That's all I got out of this story. I have nothing else because to them, bye-bye. Like, girl, stop this.
Bongos.
So this week, I got the shock of my life in this next article. But let me say, before I even go, I'm going to be like, go, girl, before I even go. So I don't know if you guys on the radio remember Rachel Dolezal.
Oh, yeah.
So Rachel was a white woman who was parading as a black woman, and at one point was the head of the NAACP chapter where she lived. Well, she's back in the news for a very, very different reason. And this may be shocking to even Robbie 3 times. So, Rachel Dolezal is back in the news because, as they said, she was flashing her diaspora deception draws on OnlyFans. Rep says she's honoring Rihanna's Savage X Fenty.
Not diaspora. Damn, I'm assuming Boston does not like Rachel Dolezal. But first off, that turkey neck is not a good advertisement for OnlyFans.
But I'm about to show you what is good advertising for OnlyFans, and it is this next picture of Rachel. So this is Rachel Dolezal's picture on OnlyFans as she wears Rihanna's Fenty line, and my girl has been in the gym. Gotta give it to Rachel.
Yeah, she used her COVID years well.
She looks good. I mean,
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. She looks
can't take
good.
that away from her. Her body is tight and right.
I mean, she's still wearing the Afro wig, but you know, we'll forgive her for that.
Come on, Rob. Robbie 3 times. Come on. Her body tattoo says justice. That must mean.
Okay, so here's the thing. If you're
that picture is not fooling anyone into thinking that that's a black woman.
I mean,
no, she's over that. We now know she's white, so we clearly know she's not white.
Oh my goodness!
Not past this.
I mean, if it was me, I would have went and got a spray tan before taking this picture. She is looking a bit.
But that's her skin tone. She's white.
I know, but
she's very white.
I know, but I'm just saying, you know. I mean,
and especially since she's clearly targeting black men, because we all know ain't no white dudes checking for Rachel Dolezal in her, what was it, diaspora deception draws. So yeah, she should have spray tanned or did something to kind of spruce it up a little bit, because that looks like, okay, that's what, see, as a guy, because tomorrow we're doing dating profiles, and it's so funny, like, this is a pose that's sexy to other women.
Oh.
Like, that women are like, oh, that's fire. That looks goofy to most guys. It's like, what is she doing? Like, what is this, like, finger on the, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's like doing duck face. Like,
are you standing in front of the closet?
I'm done.
Like, this is not it. Like, sorry. I would not accept the free subscription to her OnlyFans. Don't.
Subscription. Sorry, Rachel.
I'm sorry.
Well, for those who are interested, I did go look up Rachel on OnlyFans. $9.99 a month, and you can see Rachel Dolezal again. Here's her credentials. She was the former president of the NAACP chapter of Spokane, Washington. So this is a very accomplished woman, ladies and gentlemen, who's now in her Fenty draws on OnlyFans. I say you sign up. $9.99. I think that's a deal.
$9.99.
$9.99, man. No.
I have not, nor will I ever spend 1 cent on OnlyFans.
I will make sure
Have
you
you
know
not
how
heard of Pornhub? They got free porn, and I'm cheap like that. Sorry.
Oh, well, there's that. I think Rachel Dolezal is giving some of these young girls a run for their money. She's got her Betty Boop, Jessica Rabbit going on with this.
Not Betty Boop.
Well, we got to do. But listen, she had some kids to take care of. Rachel's doing what Rachel has got to do. Go, Rachel.
Go, Rachel.
Listen,
okay,
I am
Okay,
going to go
Rachel.
back, though, just so we can go back to the other headline, because more funny than that really is the diaspora deception draws.
Yeah, that's classic.
That is, I might be using that for a while, because that is one of the best headlines. That is shady as heck that I've ever seen. Diaspora deception draws.
Triple D.
Right, yeah, well, Rachel. Now, there are a couple of people we're about to talk about, and I'm probably going to spend more time on this story than is really necessary, but I must. Because while this white woman is out here for a while trying to be black, we have the next two people that we're going to talk about. And honestly, Rob and I spent some time talking about them yesterday, and I'm actually already exhausted, but we must say something about this recent headline. Oh, good God. So here we have Kanye West and our friend Candace. She needs no last name, and I will not say it. But Candace and our friend Kanye decided that they wanted to show support to an organization, and that organization was White Lives Matter, by showing up to his fashion show in White Lives Matter shirts. He also had Lauryn Hill's daughter with one of the Marley brothers, Rohan, also going out, and she decided that she was going to wear the White Lives Matter t-shirt, and she went on to give a rant on Instagram about being woke and blah, 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 as to why she is wearing a White Lives Matter. I would like to tell you a statement that the ladies found that the White Lives Matter organization put out, and they say, White Lives Matter has condemned what it calls the bastardization of the white race through mixed race relationships. One of its flyers states, more whites die every day through interracial offspring than the wars, abortions, accidents, and natural deaths put together. We must live geographically separated from other races with strict border control. Now, these two individuals in the picture both have mixed race children. Kanye has 4 with Kim Kardashian, and Candace has 2, recently had another one with her husband. So between them wearing this White Lives Matter shirt, they have got 6 interracial children, and the very organization for which they are wearing the shirts is calling their 6 children the bastardization of the white race. And I'm done.
Yeah.
I was actually like, yo, what is the big deal about the shirts and all of that? But until the actual organization, which I didn't know that it was an actual organization, but I'm glad they came along to set the record straight and just make it so hilarious that they even thought that they could capitalize on the controversy of this. Because basically what White Lives Matter did was dump water all over their sizzle. Hence why you don't support people who don't support you. And they made that very, 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 very clear that while Black Lives Matter in the organization has very, very many issues, and as he said, it's kind of scamish. White Lives Matter organization sounds like they took the playbook from another American organization with 3 consecutive alphabet letters in a row. And I think we all know what that is.
Yep.
Yeah. White Lives Matter is a neo-Nazi group, and exactly as Rob said, they are all about no mixing whatsoever.
Right.
So as we are out here watching this fashion show, I actually, in my anger, decided to watch the fashion show.
I was like, how that was.
Because
there was no fashion in it.
Telly and I, we report on fashion. That's the other part of what we do. So I was going to watch it anyway, even as angry as I knew I was going to be, and as angry as...
Girl.
First of all, the fashion wasn't
there was no fashion.
This is actually the worst collection I've ever seen from Yeezy.
After Givenchy.
I was like, what is happening to him? And then we have these shirts going down. We had Lauryn Hill's daughter wearing the shirt. Then an Asian lady was wearing the shirt. And you had Candace and him wearing the shirt. And little children singing gospel music as these people are walking down in these neo-Nazi t-shirts. And I'm here and I'm like, what the... Listen, I know that Kanye thinks that he is a genius. He thinks he's a disruptor of culture. He does things to make people angry. And I've come to the conclusion that's what he's doing. He's living it up in his narcissism, his privilege. He's obviously he hates himself. People, I say Candace and him, people that think like them, they hate themselves. And rather than just getting up and saying, you know what, I hate myself, they are out here promoting dangerous, violent narratives. And anyone that said that show was horrible, they have been getting threats. They have been getting dissed by Kanye online, including Black journalists who are decorated and honored in the fashion industry. He's told them, oh, I'm at war with you. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Why do you hate your people so much?
Here it bugs me too with Kanye, real quick, Shiva, is that, because people did ask him, why did you have those t-shirts? And up till now, he just keeps on saying, I'm the king of streetwear. I'm the king of streetwear. And it's like, okay, that's good for you. But why did you put those shirts on the runway?
What would Virgil, the founder of Off-White, one of the most decorated Black designers of our time, designed for Louis Vuitton, what would your best friend Virgil say to you, Kanye, right now, if he saw the foolishness that you sent down that runway? What would he say?
He doesn't care. He's Kanye.
He obviously doesn't care.
Kanye doesn't care.
To that point, here is my thing with Kanye, and I agree with you, Garcia. He's clearly got a hate for himself. But I hope his love for his children would supersede the hate he has for himself. No. He is representing an organization that hates the very children that he says he loves. Do you understand? That is my issue with Kanye. He gets into Kim's ASS about the things that she should or should not do with his Black children, because that's how he refers to his children.
Yeah.
Kanye sees his children as young Black children, and his wife, ex-wife Kim Kardashian, needs to be careful how she raises his Black children. Yet he decides to represent an organization that would kill his children if they could.
Yes.
Well, that's my issue with Kanye.
He doesn't
care.
He doesn't care.
Here's the thing. I think he would walk them t-shirts back if he read that statement before he did it. You know what I'm saying?
Right? He clearly did not. That
was directly the capital. So he didn't get to capitalize on the sizzle of what he did and the attention and all that. White Lives Matter did by making a very, very, very concise statement that I think that we should not gloss over and should take them at their word. When people tell you who they are,
believe them.
Okay?
Yeah.
So there's that part. Second part, man, I'm going to just play devil's advocate a little bit. Kanye changed his name legally to Ye. Okay?
Yeah.
He's always wearing socks and flip-flops.
Yep.
Kanye identifies as an old Asian man, and we are just not catching up to him.
An old Asian man.
Here's the
Yay.
thing.
Kanye became Shifu.
He obviously doesn't identify as a black man.
I don't know what he identifies as.
Shifu now. Remember?
Right. Like,
Yeah.
this man, on paper, from what we know, he's only dated one black woman in his life. He's always dated interracially. So even before having kids, it's like, sir, these people are not for you. Like, you with Amber Rose, you with Kimmy K, you with Jessica, whatever her name was, Fox, and was that her name? And Julia Fox, and the other
one that looked like
all of them. It doesn't matter at this point, but all of that. It's like, sir, they weren't even for you when you were casually dating, and now you have 4 kids. At this point, like, it's like, you know what? Maybe Kim should keep an eye on her kids from you, because what are you going to teach them, Kanye? Like, and again, I'm not going to say, it's obvious, like, he's not all right in his head. We know that he doesn't take his medication when he's doing these creative things, but he is just too much into his whiteness, right?
This is not.
I'm just gonna be white. He white design, like, just.
You think that just because he did some stuff with Demna from Balenciaga, he's all of a sudden in the white man club.
He thinks.
And I'm sorry, Kanye, but when he looks in the mirror, maybe he sees a white man, or as Ross said, an Asian man. But when the rest of the world looks at Kanye, we see a very black
He's
man.
a black. You're a black dude.
So I don't know what him and
I'm
Candace.
sorry, Candace. You are a black woman. I'm sorry.
She was on a roll, too, of making some good points for a while. I was actually warming up with Candace, and then she went and pulled this. And again, I'm pretty sure that they pulled this not knowing that White Lives Matter is going to drop the mic on them like they did.
Agreed.
That's dropping the mic on them. They're like complete idiots. Like, we don't even really got to say that. But to address Tony Williams' question, would you be just as mad if the shirt said all lives matter? Here's the thing, and I'm just answering from my perspective. No, because I look at Black Lives Matter kind of like I look like at Obama now. Like, I don't feel like I got my money's worth, and I didn't even spend any.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like it was it was like an empty gesture. It did nothing. It did absolutely nothing but put some spray paint in the street. And bring up a bunch of talking points that were kind of delegitimized the legitimacy. Now, the statement Black Lives Matter, I have an affinity for that statement. I think that captured exactly how black people were feeling. Like, our lives didn't matter in this country at that particular time around the George Floyd incident. But look at most of them activist people from that era, and they all they did was enrich themselves. They did absolutely nothing to move the ball forward.
True.
Facts.
Yeah, I fully agree. I remember Tully and I, when talking about it, he said it would have been better if he honestly sent down All Lives Matter. Put All Lives Matter on the shirt. And he claims to say, oh yeah, Black Lives Matter is a scam. I'm like, okay, so that still doesn't justify the White Lives Matter t-shirt.
No.
Even because a lot of black people don't love the Black Lives Matter organization, how things have been going as far as where the money is going, how it's being run. And I get it perfectly. I totally understand. But that still doesn't justify that shirt.
Well, for me, it's like, well, Kanye, if you felt this way about Black Lives Matter, which is fair, then you pick up the mantle and you be the leader of Black Lives Matter,
or
and make sure that things are disrupted, put in the right
promotes
places.
The safety of
but
black
that
people in
shirt,
America.
But that shirt was a disgrace to himself, to the whole black race.
It provokes violence.
And it's just causing more violence. Like, he's an idiot.
Yeah, and here's the thing, like, again, the statement Black Lives Matter hit like it did because, again, people of any other group had to look at it from the perspective of, like, you don't have to say Blue Lives Matter because we all know they do. Kill a cop and see what happens to you. Know that White Lives Matter.
Right?
A white person as a black person and see what happens to you. So we all knew that, but we all know that even like the quote unquote black on black crime, there's a justification to that, is that most black people consciously or subconsciously know that by killing another person that looks like me, the odds of me facing consequences for my action are significantly less than by me killing someone who doesn't look like me. And that is just facts of American life.
And he drops the mic. Now, this is usually what we would do 3 minutes with Robbie 3 times, but because he's actually been speaking so much in this segment and time is running low, I'm actually just going to pull it over and have Telly talk to the people then, and then he can do maybe an extra one next week. All right.
That sounds good. That sounds good. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching and for listening. We are the Not Your Typical Girl Talk crew. We are live every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Instagram. You might as well give us a follow. And you might as well just come and join us here as we try to make sense out of foolishness on the internet. Not only are we here on Instagram, but we are also on YouTube. That's why we got a YouTube channel of all of our videos. You'll see these videos all over our YouTube under the name Not Your Typical Girl Talk, and find us on Facebook. That's right, we have a Facebook page. Join our Facebook group. You can find us over there under the name Not Your Typical Girl Talk. And on Saturdays at 7 p.m., we are there on Radio Regent, or syndicated through iHeartRadio, with a thanks to Radio Regent. So all you gotta do is go on iHeartRadio.com, search Radio Regent, search Not Your Typical Girl Talk, keep searching. You know, just search until you'll find us. Wanna know why? Because we're award winning. That's why. When you search, you will find. Let y'all read the Bible. Look, anywho, we gotta go. So until next time, everyone, we got Karsia, I'm Telly, we got Queen Sheba, we got Robbie 1, 2, 3 times. Till next time. Bye. No diggity. Hey. Oh, okay.
I'm tired now. I'm done. Good night. Goodbye.